Okay, so real talk. When was the last time you saw a brand new YouTube channel blow past 1 million views in under 2 weeks? Because I'm about to show you exactly that. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how to replicate it from scratch. This right here is StarTap. Look at this channel. 57,000 subscribers, 39 videos. And check these numbers. 1.5 million views just in the last 7 days. From a channel that literally started posting not long ago. And they're not the only ones doing this. Meet the Fame Archive. 53,000 subscribers, 75 videos, and in the last 7 days alone, almost 3.8 million views from AI-generated videos. So what's the actual concept? They take iconic movies, and they recreate scenes where the original characters come face to face with their modern-day selves. The younger version of the character meets who they became decades later. And the nostalgia that triggers, people cannot stop watching. Now here's the thing. Every single one of these videos is made with AI. No film crew, no actors, no expensive software. Just the right tools and the right process. And today, I'm walking you through the entire thing. Image generation, video animation, dialogue scenes, editing, everything. The tool I'm using for both image generation and video generation today is Higsfield. Specifically their Cinema Studio 2.0 model. It is genuinely one of the best tools out there right now for cinematic AI video, and you're going to see exactly why in just a few minutes. I'm also using Claude to write all our prompts and scripts because it saves so much time and makes the outputs way more consistent. Alright, let's get into it. Everything starts here. We're not basing this on any existing movie, any real actors, any existing IP. We're asking Claude to generate a completely original fictional story from scratch. No copyright issues, no likeness rights. Total creative freedom. Here's the exact prompt I'm typing into Claude. Generate a completely original fictional story concept for a YouTube, then versus now, character reunion video. The story should have 3 unique characters with distinct personalities, be set in a visually rich and cinematic world not based on any existing movie or IP, and have a strong emotional arc, where who the characters were in their younger years contrasts powerfully with who they became later in life. Give me 1. A short world and story description under 100 words. 2. A list of exactly 3 characters with their role in the story, and a 1-line description of their younger versus older contrast. And look at what Claude gives us. The story. A group of 3 young explorers who discovered an ancient underground city beneath a desert kingdom. They each made a defining choice at the threshold, to enter and change the world, or walk away. Years later, fate pulls them back to that same place, and who they became after that choice. Completely different people. The 3 characters, Kale, the fearless leader who became a broken recluse. Sarah, the healer who became a ruthless political strategist. Doran, the coward who became the kingdom's greatest general. This is our world. This is our story. Every image, every video clip, every prompt from this point forward is built on this foundation. Let's move. Now we have the story, we start building the visual world. This section has 3 parts. Background scenes, younger character images, and older character images. Claude writes every prompt. Higsfield generates every image. Part A. Background scene prompts back to Claude. Here's the prompt. Based on the story you just gave me, provide 3 background scene image prompts for this world. Environment-only shots. No characters, just the setting. Make each prompt cinematic, detailed, and designed for Higsfield Cinema Studio 2.0. Each scene should be a visually iconic location from the story. Claude gives us 3 fully written scene prompts. Now we go the 3 characters. Kale, the fearless leader who became a broken recluse. Sarah, the healer who became a ruthless political strategist. Doran, the coward who became the kingdom's greatest general. This is our world. Now we go straight into Higsfield. Open Higsfield, make sure Cinema Studio 2.0 is selected. Take the first scene prompt Claude gave you, paste it into the image generation field, hit generate. Then the second, then the third, one by one. You now have 3 background images, the visual world of your story. Save all 3 and label them clearly. We're going to reference these throughout the rest of the workflow. Part B. Younger character image prompts back to Claude. Here's the prompt. Based on the story and characters you gave me, write a detailed image generation prompt for the younger version of each character, Kyle, Sarah, and Doran. Each prompt should describe their appearance, costume, expression, and emotional state as a young person. Cinematic style, designed for Higsfield Cinema Studio 2.0. Generate them one by one. Claude gives us 3 prompts, one for each character. Now take each one into Higsfield. For each younger character, paste the prompt into the image generation field. Upload one of your background images as the environment reference and generate. Do this for all 3, young Kyle, young Sarah, young Doran, one by one. Save all 3 results clearly labeled. These are going to be your face references for the older versions coming next. Part C. Older character image prompts back to Claude. Here's the prompt. Now write image generation prompts for the older version of each character, Kyle, Sarah, and Doran. Describe how time, consequence, and their choices have changed their appearance, posture, expression, and costume. The contrast with their younger version should be visible and emotionally striking. Cinematic style, Higsfield Cinema Studio 2.0. Claude gives us 3 prompts. Now back into Higsfield. For each older character, paste the prompt. Upload the younger version of that same character as your face reference. This keeps visual consistency and makes it clear these are the same person. And upload the relevant background image as the environment reference. Generate. Important tip, if the prompt uses the words younger and older, swap them for character in image 1 and character in image 2. The AI reads labeled references far more cleanly than age-based descriptors. This stops the older character from accidentally looking young again or wearing the wrong costume. Do this for all 3, older Kyle, older Sarah, older Doran, one by one. You now have 6 character images plus 3 background images. Everything we need for video generation. This is the section where everything comes together. We're going back to Claude to get video prompts for the reunion scenes, and then generating the actual video clips inside Higsfield Cinema Studio 2.0. Part A, getting the video prompts from Claude. For each character, we ask Claude for an individual video prompt. The key here is context. We're telling Claude the background, we're describing both the younger and older character, and we're asking for a prompt of them meeting at that location. Here's the prompt format. Use this for each character, just swap the name and location. I have generated 2 images, the younger version of character and the older version of character. They are meeting at background scene location. Write me a Higsfield Cinema Studio 2.0 video prompt where the younger and older version are in the same frame at that location, meeting each other. Hugging or shaking hands, emotional weight in the moment, cinematic movement, under 60 words. Run this prompt for Kyle at the desert threshold, then for Sarah at the underground city, then for Doran at the campfire. Claude gives you 3 video prompts, 1 for each reunion scene. Save all 3. Part B, generating the reunion videos in Higsfield. Back in Higsfield Cinema Studio 2.0. For each character, the workflow is the same, and we do it one by one. Upload the younger character image as your start frame. Upload the older character image as your end frame. Paste the video prompt Claude gave you into the animation prompt field. Upload the relevant background image as your environment reference. Set motion intensity between 30 and 50. That's the sweet spot for emotional reunion content. Anything higher looks unstable. Anything lower, and the characters barely move. Set duration to 10 to 12 seconds. This is the emotional peak of the video. Give it room to land. Generate. Then do the same for Sarah. Then Doran. You now have 3 reunion video clips. Part C, transition builder and filter 2 final steps inside Higsfield before we move to editing. First, the transition builder. Instead of a hard cut between clips, we generate smooth cinematic transitions. Take the last frame of the Kyle reunion video as your start frame. Take the first frame of the Sarah reunion video as your end frame. Select the seamless transition preset from the drop-down. No prompt needed. Higsfield calculates the motion path automatically. Hit generate. Then do the same between Sarah and Doran. You now have 2 transition clips. Second, apply a cinematic filter. In the Higsfield filter panel, select a warm film grade that matches the desert, ancient world aesthetic of this story. Amber highlights, slightly crushed shadows, subtle grain. Apply it at around 60 to 70% intensity across all your clips. This keeps the visual language consistent from the first frame to the last. Everything is now ready for the edit. Open CapCut, start a new project, and import everything. Your 3 reunion video clips, your 2 transition clips, and your background music. The timeline order is simple: Kale reunion video, then the Kale to Sarah transition, then Sarah reunion video, then the Sarah to Doran transition, then Doran reunion video. That is your full sequence. Select all clips and drop the audio to negative infinity. Some Higsfield outputs carry ambient noise from the generation process. You do not want that bleeding through. For background music, you want something that captures vast, quiet, emotional weight. Pull royalty-free tracks from Epidemic Sound or Pixabay, or generate a custom one with an AI music tool using cinematic orchestral score, ancient world, sparse piano and strings, slow emotional build, 3 minutes. Drop it in at about 25 to 30% volume. It should feel like a score, not a distraction. Export at 1080p minimum. If you want a short, grab the single most powerful reunion moment. Kale's scene works perfectly. Export it in 9:16 and post it as a standalone short. These consistently pull serious numbers when the emotional beat lands right. Thumbnail. The thumbnail is what gets the click. The format: younger character on the left, older version on the right, split cleanly down the middle with the background scene behind them. Here's the prompt for Claude. Generate a detailed image prompt for a YouTube thumbnail showing the young version of Kale on the left and the older version of Kale on the right, split vertically down the middle. The background is the ancient desert threshold at golden hour. Dramatic cinematic lighting designed for Higsfield Cinema Studio 2.0. Take that prompt into Higsfield, upload both character references, young and older, and generate. Remember, swap younger and older in the prompt for character 1 and character 2. Generate a few variations, pick the one with the strongest facial clarity and composition, bring it into Canva. Add a title overlay, something like The Threshold, Then versus Now, bold, clean white font, a subtle gold accent to match the desert palette. Keep it minimal. The image does 80% of the work. Upload one last thing before you hit publish. And please don't skip this. When you're going through YouTube's upload flow, there's a section that specifically asks whether your video contains altered or synthetic content. You need to check yes. Because these are AI-generated visuals, YouTube requires you to disclose that. It's not optional and it's not something you can add later without consequences. Check the altered content box every single time. It takes 2 seconds and it keeps your channel safe. And that's the finished product. From zero, no studio, no actors, no existing IP, no copyright risk, to something that genuinely feels cinematic and emotionally compelling. A world people will want to stop scrolling for. Once you've done this process, you'll have the flow down. The second and third video get faster, and the story we generated today is just a starting point. Run the exact same Claude prompt again, and you get a completely different world, different characters, different emotional arc. Every single time. The content pipeline is infinite. The channels winning in this niche right now aren't doing anything technically crazy. They're consistent, they're using AI tools end to end, and they're picking concepts that trigger real emotional responses. That's the whole formula. Now you have it too. If this was useful, drop a like. It genuinely helps more people find this content. And if you want more tutorials on AI video tools, trending niches, and monetization strategies, subscribe and hit the bell. I'm dropping these regularly, and the next one is already in progress. See you in the next one.